What's your dream? What is your passion? If you could choose the outdoor adventure of a lifetime, what would it be? We have partnered with companies that are as passionate about your dreams as you are. Tell us your dreams. We can make them a reality. That's our passion. That's our dream. Welcome to the Outfitter's Guide.
Nothing like that morning sun, smelling sage, hearing rivers run, knowing you're the only one for miles. Something's magic in the air, feel the chill everywhere, makes your heart pound, I swear it's wild. Come on and walk with me, see a world that you ain't seen, the stroke of God in every field and stream. Take time and slow things down, breathe it in and look around. When you do, you'll see just what I mean. Come walk with me.
My name is Mindy and I would like to submit a dream hunt. My dream hunt would be to go hunting with my father. He has never hunted bear, and I know that's something that he would definitely be excited to be able to do. If you guys select us, it would be great, and hope to meet Outfitter's Guide soon. Thanks.
This could be cool. I think we ought to do this. Let's go get some bears. Well, we are here just outside of Island Park in northeastern Idaho for the dream bear hunt for Mindy, her dad Floyd, her mom Donna, and her son Dillon. The reason we chose this area of Idaho is one, because of the incredible beauty and what a phenomenal place to come spend a week hunting bears. So we're excited to get going. We're excited to be here with them, and we're looking forward to a great hunt. Mindy's journey began back at home with hunter safety.
I didn't have my hunter safety, but I found a course that you could do online. And so me and my son actually did it. So we studied and studied online, and then we went down to the class together and took the class and the shooting test.
This was entirely a new thing for Mindy. She come from a large family, and the boys all went and got their hunter safety, and I guess was one of the girls, we kind of neglected her.
They were all teasing me. I was the only girl there, you know, giving me crap about shooting, but it went good.
Look at I didn't even hit the target. Above it. You see that?
And Dillon shot great. Dillon's a really good shot, and Mindy settled in and shot really good as well. So
the next weekend we were out here, so.
Well, when we arrived here, we arrived a snowstorm. There's a lot of snow on the ground. It was snowing quite heavily when we got here, and then raining off and on, and so it kind of set this tone for a more difficult set of circumstances than what we had hoped for.
How's the weather going to affect the hunting?
You know, the weather shouldn't be any effect whatsoever on us. The bears is going to have a huge effect on. Obviously visibility, and that's probably the biggest thing right now. I mean, I went up on the two tops this morning and it was just completely fogged in, white out, so you can't, it's hard to glass for bears. So it'll slow us down. So let's say we're just going to have to maybe tie 2 pieces of bait to you and let you walk even further.
No.
And then we can backtrack.
Nope.
Yeah, so.
We'll tie him to my son. No, I'm just
tie to the sled or something. And just started covering closed rows, any place we could have a lot of green growth, habitat growth, and vegetation that would attract the bears. And checked several places, covered quite a bit of country, and then we finally came into another closed canyon, and we started walking up a closed Forest Service road. And so we're going to hopefully go through and we find some sign, find some scat tracks. With the weather the way it is, obviously we're not going to get any, highly unlikely we'd catch anything out, but this goes all the way down through this valley, then it actually cuts and goes up into that timber line over there, so maybe we can find where bears been out in here feeding.
We did a lot of hiking, a lot of scouting, looking for tracks, looking for scat. You know, we did a lot of walking and just, you know, trying to find out where the bears were at.
The snow had quit, then we'd get rain, and before long we was back to sleet and snow again. And
I guess when you first come in, you're thinking, oh my gosh, you know, the bears, if you see one, you know, that they're gonna run from you more than anything. And so you have to realize that.
with the bad weather, I think they've kind of held up a little bit, so we had no luck at that point. We didn't see any bears at all the first trip.
So if we were here hunting snowflakes, we would have found the perfect place. But unfortunately, we are in northern Idaho hunting bears. So we need to mix up our strategy. And we'll probably, depending on the weather and what we're seeing, we might set one of you somewhere on a blind, overlooking a bait site or just overlooking a meadow or a grassy spot. And then, you might take somebody on a different location so we cover more country.
You know, Dillon, he has always wanted to go hunting. He's been out to the desert and shot rabbits and different things like that, but he's never actually been on an actual hunt.
What I usually do is go to school, sit on the couch, watch TV.
He was so excited to come and just, be along and share the experience with everybody.
At that age, I think kids kind of split away, and this gives you a little bit a better opportunity to just kind of share time together. And
You turned off the lights. You turned off the lights.
Obviously, us sitting and waiting on the bears isn't going to happen. We need to go find them. Time to put some tracks in the snow. And I'm heading up this closed road, and I put in my sport ears. As I'm walking away from the truck, and I heard movement. I was able to look and pinpoint it where I was hearing, and sure enough, we just had a small black bear. I didn't get a good look at it. Just had a bear just come up out of the bottom.
My heart was pounding. Scared. The bear ran off, and so we, tried to track its steps.
Try to keep your elevation. Stay out of the snow. Just walk real slow. Watch. Easy. And I'm going to come off this other end.
Probably killed by a male. Yeah, this hasn't been dead long at all. Yeah, it's been bit through. It's very common for boars to kill young cubs like this. They'll kill the cubs and it'll bring the mother back in.
That's so sad.
It's sad.
Just in the last few hours, this cub died. It's probably a good idea to mark this location on your Sunto.
Possibly a boar killed it. My reaction to that was I wanted to find the boar who killed it and, get revenge per se.
You now have purpose in your
I have purpose. Yep.
You're on a mission.
I'm on a mission, yep. I will find him. Motherly instinct, right?
So we were back in the same little draw where we put the bear up the tree yesterday. We're going to go up here and set a bait and see if we can't get a bear to hit it. We got Sherpa that's going to pack in the bait, and he is the bait. Yeah, we haven't told him that yet, but baiting for bears, there's several different strategies, but for a quick setup, a burn's a great way. So I found a big deadfall off of one of these travel ridges in the area where the bears have been coming back and forth.
It was cool. You know, Dillon got right up there with Jeff and was helping him, and I think that was a great experience for him too, to be able to be a part of it.
Well, we've got our bait set. The weather's actually turned off pretty decent. We've got good winds going actually up and down the canyon with this little storm front, so that'll help spread the scent. So we've got a good vantage point on the other side of the creek, about 200 yards away, where we can come in quietly, observe the bait, and we can set a blind there.
Then the weather turned against us again.
Turns out the weatherman was half right. Well, we didn't get the bear this time, but he got a seat warmer and he's going to get a cup of hot chocolate, so all in all, that's pretty good right now.
That is true.
We're still fighting the weather, but I think we're going to give Mindy and Floyd a little bit of diversion. I've got a line on a grizzly bear. We got a moose kill right there. Literally this guy's backyard, and we've got a grizzly that's been here feeding on it this morning.
That isn't a very big one, is it?
He's probably a 6-foot bear. You know, it's not a little bear. We're gonna see if we can get a better look at this grizz. At least have a little bit of adventure here on our trip, and you know, it's kind of a rare sight to see a grizzly in the lower 48, especially in a residential area like this. Come on, Mindy.
How you feeling?
Freaking out, honestly.
Here's Dillon, my 12-year-old son that wasn't even hesitant whatsoever, was right on Jeff's tail and just went right with him.
He's nuts.
We went walking and I was nervous.
I can't shoot this one.
I know.
I'm not going any further. Nope. You lost me. God, I'm scared. Hiking through the woods, trying to find a damn grizzly bear.
Me and Jeff decided to pull a little prank on her.
I think I whispered to Dillon that we ought to just turn around and run.
So we just turned around and started booking it.
You guys, I hate you. I'm going back to the truck.
Then we stop and start laughing. Yeah, she got mad.
My heart is gonna jump out of my chest in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'd say I got it pretty good.
On one of our baits we set, we went in and it was pretty rancid. It was disgusting.
You get the bag or you get the bucket. Take your pick.
It's Sherpa's day off.
Sherpas don't get a day off, Toompa.
And we stopped at a local restaurant and got some of their grease off their grill.
Perfect.
And went in and baited and did a little bit of a burn. Oh, Jeff was struggling. I mean, there was maggots and they smelled so horrible. He was dry heaving over there.
That don't make you hungry, nothing will.
It's disgusting.
That ought to bring him in.
Well, with the cold, wet, miserable weather we've been experiencing, basically to go out and spend all day in the snow, you get cold. To be able to come back to the cabins here at the Pines has been an unbelievable luxury.
Well, I think as your family grows and as they move out and on their own, sometimes you don't get to spend as much one-on-one, especially as they they get married and have husbands and kids and stuff like that, it's a little tougher. And this has given us a chance to spend the one-on-one with Mindy and my wife and my grandson, and so it's been a good, fun opportunity for us. We've enjoyed it immensely.
Say how you like your snow, cold or cold and wet?
It's been really difficult. It's been difficult and intense all at the same time, so not easy for sure.
We got bear scat right here. A little older, but a lot of it will look lots of grass in it. So, but that's bear scat right there. Just telling her probably the best bet at this point is just cover roads, look for a track.
Yeah, that's the way this is looking.
Yeah, we're not. We're just trying for all the wrong reasons right here. He's got pretty good wet boots, yeah.
I was close to the end of the night and decided to go over to another spot, and came around the corner and there was some tracks, and we were looking and didn't see any, and came around this little bend and I looked down and there was the bear.
Hey Josh, you got him. You got him. We got him, we got him.
Yeah. I think he's down for the count. Way to go.
I'm happy for you, Daddy. I was like frustrated because he doesn't like to.
I'm pretty excited. We come around the corner and there was a nice bear right here in this little, against the stream here. We got out of the truck, was able to get a couple shots at him, and as he went up the other side, I think we've got him laying down right up there.
Perfect. What do you think of all this? You never thought it'd happen, huh?
No, I was beginning to wonder.
27 days, one bear.
Yeah, and snow. Every time we come out, it's snow.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be good weather, not snow.
It served us this time. We got enough to make it pay.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's go find this bear before it gets completely dark on us.
Yeah.
Well, that made it easy.
Yeah.
Perfect. We actually stopped to go hike up the hill here, and it was obviously steeper than it looked because the bear slid all the way to the bottom. So. Pretty there. It's
A lot of work.
Probably a 2-year-old from earlier this year. We'd seen some bigger tracks and we knew that we had a bigger bear, and so this was probably her 2-year-old.
Yep.
But you know, 150-pound bear, 175-pound bear, a little heavier than Mindy. So beautiful coat, good long hair. Let's pull it on out. Cool. Well, that's your first black bear, huh?
I'm excited. Very
Good job,
excited.
Daddy.
Very excited.
Still got some. We didn't get a lot of time to look at this one. Just sized it up, but pretty little black bear.
Yeah. That'll work.
Pretty black bear.
Went through a lot of snowstorms to get this.
Tell you guys are snow magnets. Mindy spotted it down there on the creek, and Floyd actually ended up making about a 300-yard shot on it. Pretty good shot going up the hill. So heck of a bear and heck of a shot, and it slid all the way right to the road for us. Can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah.
I was just starting thinking about it. We're gonna slip and slide over that hillside.
Yeah, I could picture we were going to fight it up till we could find it. It was there laid right on the side of the road.
So, oh, cool, buddy. It's been
Thanks,
fun.
Jeff. I
Hey.
appreciate it.
Well, it's been an adventure.
I'll tell you what, it's been a long, cold, snowy trip, but we finally succeeded. I couldn't be happier. I want to thank everybody that helped me, and certainly made it easy that we didn't have to drag him. He rolled right, slid in the snow right to the road, and we was able to load him up. No problem whatsoever. Couldn't be happier.
We got another storm coming in. We're gonna just, go home for a few weeks. Hopefully spring will come around, and the spotting and stocking's been a little bit difficult for me. So we'll come back up in a couple weeks when the weather gets warmer, and hopefully be able to sit in a blind and do a bait and be able to hopefully get a shot at one. It's been great. Jeff's been great. My dad being there, my mom's tagged along with us a little bit, so it's been a really cool experience.
So after all our complaining and griping about the snow, it actually ended up being a blessing. We were able to find Floyd's bear because we found his tracks in the snow. We're able to cut around, and lo and behold, there he was. So the snow gods ended up blessing us, and it led to Floyd getting a great bear. But we're going to take a little break. We hope you'll come back next week, and we're going to go after Mindy's bear right back here, and hopefully in the springtime.
Did I make a snow angel right here?
You know, if you want to lay down, you got to do say so. So you can see on both eyes.
See?
It's gonna be fun.
Hey, you wanted a first-time hunter, did you, or did you not?
Yeah, we wanted a first-time hunter. Yeah.